Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women to create luxury brands by creating processes and tightening their branding. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease and enjoy your life. My happy space is spending as much time as humanly possible in my pajamas. And I want to help others to find their happy space while still running profitable businesses. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danni D, and I'm always here helping women, professionals, um, whether that is your career or your business, to find that space of work-life balance so that we can be living joyful, fulfilled lives today, right now. Um, Sometimes I have themes that keep echoing throughout the week. And usually when I do, I use that as my topic, right? Because that there's a reason why that thing is um keeps coming back up because it means that somebody needs to hear that thing. So this week's theme is coming out of the shadows. So I made a post on my page about it. It came up a couple of times throughout the week. A couple of random encounters that I had that was the thing that I needed to impart on the person that I was talking to. I went to a amazing networking event last night, and that just seems to always be the thing. Like, a big part of why I do what I do is because I meet the most amazing women on a daily basis. I'm always meeting these amazing women, and they don't always know how amazing they are or how to articulate how amazing they are. They don't always see themselves the way that we see them on the outside, right? And then there's another woman that I tend to meet. Not that she's not also equally as amazing, but she's still in discovery phase, right? She's still trying to figure out the journey, because we can have that, scripted journey that we go down because everybody says to do this way. Um, but there's that other journey that is unique to us that we figure out somewhere along the way, right? And some of us figure it out faster than others. Some of us may take longer to figure it out, but lean heavily into it. And some of us will resist. And the mind will give you a million reasons to resist and stay in your space of comfort. But you can't grow from there. There's only so far you can go inside that space of comfort, right? Like, I like comfortable. I love pajamas. Got my comfy blankie. I love comfortable. But that doesn't come from even to build a comfortable life, right? You have to step out that comfort zone. You have to step out of that space of comfort. You have to step forward and you have to let go of what you think that it might look like. Because when you step forward, I want you to step forward as you and not your representative. Um, and I want you to be able to be comfortable in being you. Yes, there are different versions of you, maybe for different settings, But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't still shine through. You still need to be there and be present. I used to believe that if I went into this space that I had to be a different person than I was, right? But if I have to be a different person to be in a space, then I don't belong in that space. That ain't my space. If I cannot be me to be in a space, then I don't belong in that space and I don't want to be in that space because I am the most comfortable when I can be fully and completely me. So if that's not accepted in the space, then it's not the space for me, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. But what I found is the more that I lean into um put my representative out of a job, then I find that that was a lot of that was in my head, and a lot of spaces appreciate me coming fully as myself because that makes you unique, right? I was talking to a young lady last night and she introduced herself and she told me what she did. And the other lady that was in the conversation says, "Oh, well, what kind of fill in the blank do you do?" And she said, "Oh, whatever the customer wants." That's not going to stick with me, you know. But then once she got talking and she started talking about what she loves to do, then she lit up, I lit up, you know, then it like it makes a greater connection. So you won't be for everybody, and that's okay. It's absolutely okay. That's their issue to deal with. That's not really yours. You won't be for everyone, but when you step out, you will find the people that you're meant for. You'll find your tribe, you'll find your community because they can't find you if you're not showing up as you. They it's not going to how can they connect to your representative? It's not genuine. It's not authentic. They have to connect to you, but they can't connect to you if you hiding in the shadows. You can't get your message, your product, your whatever out to the world from the shadows. You gotta get out there. And I want to clarify for my introverts, right? Because I am an introvert. For my shy folks, um, it doesn't mean that you don't have to be true to who you are. You can still be true to who you are and honor yourself. You don't have to wear a mask, right? I became more comfortable in networking situations the more clarity I had on who I was, the more permission I gave myself to be me. I became more comfortable in those situations. That doesn't mean I'm still not an introvert. That doesn't mean that I didn't like hard crash after I came home last night because I had two back-to-back things and a pretty busy day before that. So it was just enough, right? That doesn't mean that that didn't happen. That still happens because that's who I am. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't mean that I have to go out there and be um, different. One thing, bonus tip for my introverts, networking tip, look for somebody in the room that looks uncomfortable and go over and speak because they are exhibiting on the outside how you're feeling on the inside. And so make that person feel more comfortable. And then that's going to make you feel comfortable. And it's going to make you feel confident too because you've stepped from being in the shadow to being a help. You were a help to someone else. And that person will remember that you helped them. But also, you helped yourself in the process. The other part of that is I did a live last night with one of the ladies, well, with several ladies that I'm going to be on the Wild Woman Summit with. And I met these amazing ladies. And I wouldn't have met them had I not put myself out there and signed up for these different events and um, then been open to side collaborations and stuff like that, right? So that's just an example of how that works. But one of the young ladies said on the live, and it's up on my business page if you want to go watch it, because each person has shared a little bit about what they're going to talk about in their gems. But one of the young ladies said something, and I've heard it before, but it just resonated because, again, this has been the theme of this week. One of the young ladies said, when you become a student, your teacher will appear. And it's so true, but you can't become a student if you never enrolled, right? You still sitting in the shadows. You're still hiding. You don't want to raise your hand. You don't want to talk to anyone. You're struggling with something that somebody that's very close to you probably has the answer to, but you don't want to say it. Or you're in a room and you feel like everybody else understands what's happening and you don't, so you don't want to say that either because you don't want to look like the, odd man out or odd woman out, right, in the room. So you don't want to say anything. But have you ever noticed that when somebody asks a question, like half of the room is like, yeah, because they all had that question. Ask the question. I've had very deep conversations with 3 different women this week, and it is just Wednesday. And it was all because they put themselves out there. God will meet you with what you need, but you have to step into it. As soon as you step into it and take ownership of it, He will open and unlock doors that you did not anticipate. But you gotta step into it. You gotta come out the shadows. You gotta show the world what you have to offer. Get out there, sis. Get out there. Stop being afraid. If you don't know something, then be vulnerable enough to ask. When you ask from a place of honesty and vulnerability, I promise you somebody will answer you. And if you're fearful somebody's going to be snarky or say something, they're not your person. They're going to show you very quickly they're not your person. Your person has compassion. And we've all been through it. We've all had to learn. We've all had to grow. So those people that value growth, healing, and all of that, they will find you when you show up as your authentic self. And those people don't mind pouring into you. Now, that being said, I do want to give this part because I know that there is another side to that coin. Sometimes you're going to have to invest. Sometimes you're going to have to invest to get the answers, and don't get all upset about it. Because I've had people pour into me. I've had people that I invested in pour into me further, right? So sometimes you got to invest to get to that next space. And if you're not willing to invest in you, then you can't expect that from other people. So I want to throw that out there as well. Like there are going to be people and there are going to be times that people are going to just pour into you just because it's on their heart or because they see that you're trying, right? But sometimes you got to invest even when it hurts. Some of my best investments they have hurt. They have hurt. They have been above what I thought I was able to handle at the time, but I wouldn't have leveled up without having done it. So know that that's a part of the process too, and know that you deserve to be invested in. Because sometimes we downplay it. Sometimes we act like, oh, well, that's too much. Oh, I can't. Oh, well, I'll wait. Okay. Well, you're going to be sitting, waiting. on your greatness because you don't want to, go for it. You don't want to go for it. So I really want you to think about that. I want you to come out the shadows. I want you to start surrounding yourself with good people because when you surround yourself with good people and that energy feeds and fuels you on days when you just not feeling it, right? Those are the people that will always tell you about how great you are. You don't have to ask. They gonna just tell you. So get out there, sis. Get out there. Meet people, ask questions, sign up for that thing that you've been hesitant about. Read the book that you were supposed to read, but that's still kind of like in the shadows. Get out there. Get out there. Have a conversation with somebody. Just, reach out and say, hey, I've been thinking about this. Let's talk about it. Especially someone that does the same thing that you do, y'all. They may have some insights. You may have some insights for them. I'm an avid believer of continued education on all levels. I learn something from somebody every day, even when I don't leave my house, because there's so much content and information out there that you can consume, but don't get into information overload. Take action. I am very action oriented and I want you to be as well. Learn something, do something. When you start doing something, you'll believe in yourself more because you accomplished something. So learn something, do something. Anytime you get a gem, don't let that gem get dusty on the shelf. It don't go in that china cabinet that your grandma had from way back in the day with the dishes that nobody ever uses or the towels in the bathroom that nobody ever uses, right? It don't go there. These gems are for you to use and for you to build your legacy on. So use them. Use them. So that's all I got for y'all today. I just had to speak off of my heart and just what's going on in the workflow universe. Oh, Jesus, a lot. A lot. November has been very busy. So I just finished the Elevate and Empower Summit. If you missed it, I'm not sure how many days they're going to leave up the free version, but there is a VIP version for $47. I'll put the link in the show notes. Um, but that free version gets you up to 6 months of access to all of the content. And I mean, the content is amazing. I purchased VIP so that I could um, get the access. It's over 50 speakers. Each one has something amazing to share and some actionable items, right? So get on that. Um, Next, I have right now the building your business summit is going on. So it's currently going on. I'll put the link to each one of these things in the show notes. It is currently going on. My session releases on the 21st. So each session releases that morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. So get get in there as well because the sessions that I've heard so far are amazing. I had an amazing time doing my session. So many gems in there. So that one is about calendar detox. Get in there. Get in there. I want you in there. It's 100% free. So there's no excuse. The other one, I don't know. Again, I really don't know if the free version is still available for the first one, but it was free too. So don't miss out on these free opportunities. The Wow Woman of Impact Summit, that one starts next week. And my session for that one is on the 19th at 6:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will again share the link in the show notes. If you're on my mailing list, my email list, if you're not on my email list, go get on it real fast. If you're on my email list for that one, they are doing a $1 upgrade to VIP through tomorrow night. Well, no, today is the 13th. So through, I think, the 15th. But it's in the email. So there's a promo code in the email. You can sign up for $1. It's the upgrade is normally $97. So you want to get on that, right? And if you want to know more about that summit, like I said, me and some of the ladies got together and did a live, which is on my page right now. We're going to do a rewatch tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. So you can also sign up for that. But basically, you can get a feel for the women that are going to be there. There's some amazing women. Like, I am just, waiting for that to start so I can get on and see their actual talks because it's been so great connecting with them. But you can go and see that and really get a feel for some of the women that are going to be there, some of the topics that are going to be there. I believe it was 6 of us that were on that call, but it's over 20 something speakers. So there are even more people that, with impactful content than the ones that you're going to see on that live. I think that is all that I have going on right now. I tend not to run any programs in December because the holidays is just a very busy time. I will have the Capable Confident Challenge kicking off the new year. So we're not going to start on January 1. My birthday is January 12th, so I need a little time. We're going to start on the 15th for this one, but that will be starting up in January. I will start promoting it soon. Once I get through all of these summits, I'll start promoting it. Also, I've done several podcast interviews that are going to be rolling out in December as well. So keep your eye out for that. Coach Danni D is heading to some other podcasters platforms. So I want y'all to come out and support those podcasters as well. I think that's all I got for you guys. If not, just, stay posted. Make sure you're following me on social media so you can stay up to date of everything that's going on in the world. Sign up for the mailing list because sometimes I put stuff there like this promo code that are not put out in the public. So it's a little after party in the email. So again, get out there, put yourself out there for you first and foremost, but also there is someone who needs you to see you do it so that they can do it, to see you show up so that they can show up. So don't let them down. Don't let them down. Don't let yourself down either. All right, y'all. Have an amazing week. Thank you for listening to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with ease. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram. For more information about building your luxury brand, register for my upcoming luxury brand workshop at CoachDanniD.com.